What's happening in North Atlanta? Hope everybody is doing good this week. I am Stephanie with the ColeTeam at Compass. We also have Inez and Sarah and Mary Ellen, and hope everybody's doing fantastic after a nice, relaxing spring break. Did you guys have a relaxing spring break?
It's like Groundhog's Day.
I know, right? It was kind of like every other day, I think. Which made it for us, I know in my family, really hard to come back to a week that now we've got to get back to school and everything else. But I know all of you were busy, not just with family, but with work. Because Mom, why don't you share these numbers? These numbers that our team has done in the last, I think it's 8-9 days is insane.
I think it's insane. It's phenomenal. We've had 2 coming soons, 6 closings, 4 listings, and 10 under contract. So people are still out there. People are still moving. Listings are coming on. You know, we can do a virtual listing for you. Business as usual.
Yes. So
not really as usual, but business.
Yeah, and we've had all different kinds of closings. We've had the drive-through closing. We did have somebody yesterday, I think, had to do what do you call it? A notary, and they were able to do that virtually.
Yes.
I know there are some. I've heard of some virtual closings happening depending on the lender and the mortgage package that they have. So there's some really cool things that we're seeing as the market.
Yes. And if you don't want to go inside and you don't want the attorney out at your car, they will put a table and chairs out front for you. Right. So everybody's outside. They'll do anything you need, anything.
And I think that's what's going on really as everyone just, it's hard. I know for, especially our family, I know for everyone, it becomes, there's this guts, week 2 becomes week 3, it sometimes is a little bit hard to remember all the positives that are around, but when you really think about it, I mean, we have had the pleasure of working with so many different families over this entire, couple of weeks and span, and businesses are all adapting. Everyone is truly coming together and thinking outside of the box and outside of the norms and doing whatever it is that we need to make sure that we're all okay and, in it together. And everyone's patience level, I think, has increased a little bit, and the kindness meter has gone up a little bit. And if there's any positive, it's that maybe this gives us an opportunity to kind of, I know for me, it helps me to remember that my patience meter is higher than sometimes I give it credit for.
Oh.
That's very true. Sarah, how have you been doing?
I've been doing pretty good. Like all of you, I've been really busy and just trying to figure out, how to continue serving my clients, but keeping everybody safe and just doing everything the right way. And then, of course, balancing all of that with, having the family life is very different now with kids home all the time, and just trying to juggle all that. But, I think we're finally settling into our own little bit of a groove. I think what's helped for me is I spent some time just really getting organized as a family, and now everybody has their own dedicated space. So we've got the playroom is set up now as a schoolroom for my girls. They can do their work there. I don't have their stuff all over the kitchen anymore. My son's got his room and his desk all kind of set up where he can go and work quietly and concentrate. And then I spent some time this weekend getting my office organized again so that I can come in here and shut the door and just kind of have like a little peaceful retreat to focus and get things done. So I think that's going to make a big difference for us going forward, just, going that extra mile to plan ahead and be organized and think about the week and what needs to get done. So that's what I've been working on.
I think that's all really good. I know for myself, just the whole motivation factor has been really tough. So, yesterday was a little bit of a crazy day, jumping back into it after spring break. And I know for me today, I'm like, I'm going to get up early. I'm going to work out. I'm going to have that minute where I can kind of pause and have a little bit of gratitude and sit by the fireplace with 4 animals looking at me. Not my children. They woke up later. Real furry animals.
The other animals.
The other animals. And just trying to get a little bit of peace about things before the day gets crazy. Stuff that we always did before, but I think because we thought things were just going to pause for a short amount of time, that maybe we could just, let things be a little wild for a bit. But now it's like you said, it's settling in and figuring out the new routine and realizing it's here to stay for a little bit.
Right.
I think for me too, a lot of the things that I said I didn't do because I didn't have time for. What I found is I just don't want to do them. And so
It's true.
You have time and you don't do it anyway.
so that was like all the things, right, that I said, if I had all this time, I would do and do this and that. And now that I had the time, so it really caused me to have some self-accountability and like just self-reflection and be like, okay, so really what's the deal? Because now I'm out of excuses.
Yeah.
So it kind of forces you to, so I sadly have given up carbs and sugar.
Oh, wow.
So the next couple of videos, I might not be as pleasant.
I'm so sad we can't see you in person.
See, I'm shielding you. I'm doing this for you.
Yes.
I'm curious if any of you have that mom guilt, though. It's kind of like what you were saying, Inez, where it's like, okay, giving up carbs and sugar, like taking advantage of this time to have all this quality time with my kids and do all the projects that I needed to do, whether it's work or at home or whatever that might be. Special time, it's just that special one-on-one time with the kids. And I had a little bit of that overwhelming feeling over the weekend where by the end of spring break, it's like, oh my gosh, please, I need to hide.
Exactly.
Like Sarah does in the car. I was trying to find somewhere to hide during those storms where no one could find me. But I've had a little bit of that mom guilt where I'm like, we've got a little bit of this time left. So how do we make the most out of that time that's left? So maybe a schedule will help, or a better schedule. Mom, I wanted to tell you, we broke out the saxophone, Mom.
You did?
Good.
What about the sewing machine?
The sewing machine has been going like crazy. We're making all kinds of dog toys. I'm not making them. Lila, the 11-year-old, is good.
Lila making dog toys?
She's making some dog toys.
Wow.
Yeah, very exciting.
Tell her I need some new clothes.
I will tell her. She's got to work up to that.
That's what we'll do the next week. We'll put Mariella in some clothes that Lila made.
Ooh.
I like it. I know Sarah's kids have been washing cars. She's got a car wash going at her house.
She puts her kids to work.
That's awesome.
That's right. We call it the quarantine car wash.
That's right.
I like it.
$5. It's a deal.
That is a deal.
Wow, $5.
Yeah.
And Inez, what's above you, your picture? You were talking about some cool things that you guys have been doing at the house too.
So I don't know if you can see that. So we do, we're big arts and crafts people, and our kids love arts and crafts. So we've been doing a lot of painting, and I love my little Cricut machine and making stencils and painting. And it's really forced the girls to, again, get back to like the basics, right? So when we're not just running around from activity to activity. And my girls are 3.5 years apart. And as they get older, sometimes it feels like 10 years apart, and sometimes it's just 1 year. And you've got 2 girls entering teenage and in teenage world. So it has really given them pause, and their relationship is actually been so much better now. And I think that, it's kind of, it's been kind of neat. I mean, it's unfortunate, the circumstance, I don't want to say, but there are some things that have really been a blessing, I think.
Definitely some silver lining.
When you're outside and if you're walking, or even if you're just driving through the neighborhood and you see people, it's refreshing to see people out with their kids, and they're in their own yard. They're playing ball. They're hitting, stick ball. I saw badminton yesterday. Nobody really knows how to play these things, but they're having fun, and it's all family time. That's awesome to see.
Yeah.
You don't see that often enough.
Right, because we get too in the hustle and the bustle of the world, and slow down for us. Then we kind of have to look around and us to really do this stuff. So I think that has been a blessing, but I think we are all looking forward to when we can remember what we learned from this experience, but get back to
appreciate each other a little bit more. Appreciate what you.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I know I appreciated Miss going to have our Aki bowls.
I know. Oh, we do. We need it was like acai day last week, and we didn't get to celebrate. Sarah, we have to bring you next time. We got on a really good health kick for acai bowls, 3A Juicery, and what was the other one? Vitality Bowl and Alpharetta.
Vitality Bowls.
Yeah, we go back and forth to those. So
that'll be our first stop when we can get out of quarantine.
That's right.
We will. Yes, I love it. I love it. Anybody have anything else they want to share?
I've learned to cook.
No,
All
you-
right, Mary Ellen. That's good.
Truly, you
And
know,
you've been walking a lot too.
better. Well, not a lot, but some. I'll be walking more soon.
Yeah.
I do think if we're talking about ways to help keep our kids entertained and things to do, Stephanie, we came up, right? So we will have an opportunity where our families can go on and they can download an activity book for their children as well, correct?
Yep, that's something that the team put together this week. So we'll make sure that there is a link to this video, not to this, from this video, that people can click and get that. It is going to be really cool. It's got a lot of neat little things to keep the little ones busy. So hopefully everybody
Awesome.
will enjoy that. Yeah, so, well, as always, if anyone you know is thinking about a move now in these lovely times or later, we are all here. People are clearly still buying and selling. Our practices have changed, but it's still a need that is out there. So we'd love to serve you. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great week.
Thank you. Thank you.